everyone. Hope you're doing well. Just getting things set up here. Trying this a new way today. So I know we had some technical troubles last week, some lagging and that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you experience that again. And maybe I'll revert to YouTube instead of, or into a Zoom instead of YouTube, so that we can all. This looks pretty much good enough. I can maybe come to the edge here a little more and turn this up just a little more. There we go. So if you're ready, we'll get started. Let's start seated. It is warm here and it's gonna be warm. Sun's just coming up over my shoulder, so it's warm for first thing in the morning for sure. So it'll be a nice, stretchy, easygoing practice today with a little bit of movement because it is the coolest part of the day, so we might as well be able to move outside when we can. So just come to your seat, maybe some shoulder circles one way and then the other. Crown of the head can come up. Just take a couple of breaths here. When you're ready, let's take some easy stretches. Like a big stretch up with the hands. Try and wiggle your fingers like behind your ears and then stretch up from there. Both hands, peace fingers up into the sky for energy. And then let's twist to the right, turning your chest to the right. Drop your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind your hips. Roll here, roll the right shoulder back a couple of times. You can be really still with this and just press the right shoulder back, or you can inhale, lengthen up out of it, and then exhale, twist a little deeper. First thing in the morning, so I want you to be able to move whatever way feels good for you, for sure. Now, let's turn this into a side twist. So you can take your right hand and reach it up and over, dipping your left shoulder towards your left knee. Keep pressing your right hip down. Just a big stretch. You can let go with your left hand if you want. I like to keep it, I keep a grip there, to keep turning my chest, not letting it dip down towards the floor, but even turning it up towards the ceiling a little bit. And then when you've had enough of this, bring your right hand to your left knee and round the spine down so your chin, your nose is facing at the cross of your elbows, your arms. And just a nice breath in here into that back body. Now keep the cross of your arms as you roll up. Bring the shoulders over the hips. And you can take opposite elbows or opposite shoulders, sorry, keeping your elbows above shoulder height. Or you can bring your left fingertips to your right palm. Lift your elbows and press your hands away from your face. Let's take a breath here in the space created between the shoulder blades. And then when you have had enough of this, unwind your arms, reach them up again, up to the sky. And then let's twist to the left. So turn the chest to the left. Right hand comes down, left hand behind you. Again, with that little bit of movement, or you can be still. When you're ready, right hand stays on the left knee. The left hand's going to come up and over, side body stretch. Concentrate less on reaching somewhere specific with your top hand, and concentrate on pushing the left hip down and just feeling the stretch in the side of your body. Now let's bring the left hand down. Round down over the cross of your arms once again. Just tuck the chin, let the head fall happy. Slowly roll up to sit. And make your way to your eagle arms on this side, whether you're holding opposite shoulders or bringing the right fingertips to the left palm. Find a little space. I can find this pose sometimes a little bit claustrophobic with my forearms right in front of my face. So push the hands away from your face a little bit and lift the elbows. Find a nice space in the shoulders, in the back of your shoulders. Let's unwind from this. Big stretch up again. Now take your hands and bring them down behind your back. You can fit 10 fingertips or palms to the mat. Just want to open up the front of the body. So we're going to press into the hands, lift the hips. Try and bring your knees down to the floor in front of you. Lift your chest. You can let your head fall back behind you if you like. And then come back to a comfortable seat. Maybe give the hands a little shake, a little stretch. Push your palm forward and pull your fingertips back. We're going to be doing a few planks today, so maybe let's take care of the wrists. Now, always know if the planks are bothering you, bothering your hands, you can come down onto forearms, or coming down onto knees can help. Another thing you can do is come up onto blocks if you have a couple of blocks or even books at home, and just let the very edge of your palm hang off the block, so you're really pressing mostly into this area of your hand. That might help. Let me know in the comments if it does. And let's make our way to a tabletop pose. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Cow belly breath. Tip the tailbone up, drop the tummy, chest is forward. Exhale to round. Turn the tailbone down. Round the spine, tuck the chin. Couple more times. Inhale to a neutral spine. Now here, I want you to think about pulling the low belly in, pulling the low ribs in, taking a nice big breath in, feeling everything really stable. Now stay exactly as you are from the hips up, from the hips through your shoulders, your arms and hands, the crown of your head. Just step one foot, then the other back to your high plank pose. Nothing else moves. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale to bring the shoulders forward. And let's exhale to the mat. All the way down. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Elbows in and back. Cobra pose. Stay nice and light in your hands here. Exhale to release. 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Call these rolling cobras. Just rolling the chest back down onto the mat and then peeling it up off of the mat. Exhale to release. Inhale, table or plank. See if you can find that exact same plank you had before. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths here. You can move around or be still. It's up to you. For sure, drop the crown of your head, like shake your head out. But aside from that, move to make yourself comfortable and happy. Next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. As you exhale, bring your feet to the front of the mat. Hold opposite elbows and sway. Fingertips can drop down to the mat, soften your knees, and let's rise all the way up to stand. Hands up, you can look up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Let's find a halfway lift. Fingertips to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then as we exhale, soften the knees. Plant the hands. And find your plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward. As you exhale this time, you can come halfway down so your elbows are right next to your ribs. Or you can find your way all the way down to the mat. From here, a back bend. If you come to the mat, take cobra pose. If you came halfway down, you can take a up dog. Balancing on your hands and the tops of your feet, bring the chest forward. Either way, right from here, in, roll over your toes and lift up and back, downward facing dog. That's right from there. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, really stretch into the bottom of your feet here. Come back to tabletop pose. Let's inhale to reach the right foot back. The left hand forward, nice big stretch here. Pull the low belly, the low ribs in. Find some balance in your pose. Gaze straight down at the mat. Big breath in. As you exhale, left elbow meets right knee. Lift the navel. Find angry cat in your butt spine. Join the left elbow, the right knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to reach. Last time. Squeeze. And reach. Let's put the left hand back down. Keep your right leg extended, curl into the toes. Bring those toes back down onto the mat. Now I want to come to a modified side plank. So left toes can stay pointed straight back to the mat, or you can pivot on your left knee and bring the foot just off the mat, curl into the toes, a little kickstand. Roll to the inner right foot and lift your right hand, turning the chest to the right. Look down at your left hand or up at your right hand. It's up to you. Just a nice big side plank, modified side plank with the left knee down. Right hand can come up overhead if you like. And the final thing is you can squeeze into your outer right hip and lift the right foot. Big stretch here. And now as we exhale, right foot comes down, right hand comes down. Find your way back to your tabletop pose. If your left knee is a little bit tired now, it's going to get a rest. Yay. So bring that left foot back to the back of the mat, maybe curl into the toes and rock a bit, work into your foot. And then lift the left heel till it's about hip height. The right hand can reach forward. Take your time here. Find your balance. Pull the low belly, the low ribs in. Big breath in to reach. And then exhale, round the spine. Left knee meets right elbow underneath the body. Maybe they meet, maybe they're just getting close. Doesn't matter. What we're looking for is the stretch across the body, the balance. Inhale to extend. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes down, left toes come down. Keep that left leg extended. So you can keep your right leg exactly where it is, or you can pivot on the knee, bring the toes off the mat. This is going to give you a little bit of help with balance. Roll to the inner left foot. Turn your chest to the left, lift the left hand. Big stretch here. Stay just like this, or reach the left arm overhead so your palm is facing the floor. Press into the right shin or the right toes. Squeeze your left outer hip to lift the left hip, the left foot. Big stretch here. So this is our first variation on plank. And we'll make our way back. Left hand down, left knee down. Curl into the toes. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right heel lifts. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Big stretch along the right side of the body. Try and keep your shoulders level. Inhale to extend the right heel up and back. And as you exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. Lower the left knee. Plant the left hand. Let's take an easy twist. Right hand to the sky. You can wave your right hand around here. Just work into the shoulder a little bit. Feels good. And then bring your right hand down inside your right foot. Curl into your back toes. Lift the left knee. And let's walk hands around to the long edge of the mat. Forward fold. Nice, easy forward fold here. You can hang and dangle, or you can grab your ankles, whatever feels good here. And then let's walk hands back around to the front of the mat. And I want to make our way back to a three-legged dog with the right leg high. So you can touch down, down dog along the way, or you can just sweep the right leg up and back. Nice big stretch here. Now from here, I want to float forward to plank pose. So you can put your right foot down, or you can stay floating with the right foot. It's like a three-legged dog. Nice big breath in. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale to float forward, three-legged plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Tap your right foot down, curl around your left foot, cobra or up dog. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left heel floats. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale to extend. And exhale, left foot comes forward between the hands. Lower your right knee. And let's take that twist on this side. So turn your chest to the left. Lift the left hand. Okay. Move that arm around a little bit, or maybe bring your hand to the back of your head. Find what feels good for your shoulder, gives you a bit of a release. Left hand down inside the left foot. Lift your right knee and walk around towards the long edge of the mat. This time you could walk your hands forward, almost till you're like in a down dog. So you're down dog in your upper body and then like a wide leg stance in your lower body. This is one of my favorite poses in the morning. And let's walk hands back in and around towards the front of the mat to a runner's lunge. From here, we're going to make our way to our three-legged dog with the left leg high. Touch down and down dog along the way if you like, or just swing it up and back. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale forward to plank pose with all four limbs down or keeping your left heel floating. Exhale back, downward facing dog with the left leg high. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower, halfway or all the way to the mat. Left foot down, top of the right foot to the mat, cobra or up dog. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath here. Soften your knees, bend into your knees, and walk your hands back to the back of the mat. Soften the knees a whole lot. Let's come all the way up to stand. Hands to the hips. Find somewhere to gaze, likely just past the front of your mat. We're going to practice a standing figure 4. So I like to keep my gaze down a little bit so that I don't crank my neck while I'm practicing the pose, and I don't have to change my gaze while I'm in the pose, because I find that's more challenging for sure. So let's soften both the knees, coming into like a low, shallow chair. Lift your right heel. Nice big breath in here. Hips are level, shoulders are level. Exhale, bring the right knee up towards your chest. Engage the ankle and bring your right ankle over the left knee. From here, you can stay like this if you're already feeling it. Or start to slide the hips back and down, back and down, back and down. Coming to a place where it feels good. Right hand to the right knee. I like the right hand at the right knee, just drawing the right knee forward and down. Left hand stays at the hip, pulling it back and down. So there's like a little tug of war there, helping that stretch on the outer right hip. You might feel that might feel good to you, or maybe you want to do something else. Hands at your heart, keep your hands at your hips. Maybe bring hands out to the side to help with balance. It's really up to you. One more breath here. And I want you to see after this breath, if you can make your way to a tree pose. Maybe you touch down, or maybe you don't. Right toes are pointing towards the floor. Right knees pointing off towards the right. Maybe adjust your gaze to bring it forward. Hands can stay at the hips. Maybe reach overhead. Peace fingers up to the sky for some energy. One more breath. Hands to your heart or to your hips. Right knee forward. And then settle your right foot down next to your left. 3 breaths here. Now when you're ready, find your spot to gaze again. Take the lock out of your knees. Lift your left heel. Squeeze your left knee up towards your chest. And then bring that left ankle over the right knee. Now, you might feel really different on this side. You might come to a different depth as you bring your hips back and down. You might have a different experience with the balancing. Everything might be different on this side. And don't let it bother you. Just acknowledge it. The left hand can come to the left knee, or you can take any other option that you like with your hands. Sometimes it's nice to start with the same thing that you did on the first side. See how that works. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, see if you can make your way to a standing tree pose, either touching down or not. If you put your foot down, it's not a big deal. Just come back into the pose. Hands can reach up overhead. Maybe peace fingers, or maybe you've chosen something else to do with your hands. It's all good. It's a nice way to personalize the practice. Hands to your heart. Left knee forward. And settle your left foot down next to the right. Take a breath or two here. And when you're ready, big reach up with your hands. And forward fold. Want to walk hands all the way out to a high plank pose. And we're going to practice some side planks here. First, rolling the chest to the left. Toes to the left, heels to the right. Right hand plants, left hand lifts. Big breath in. Now, on your next exhale, I want to come to side plank on the left. So the left forearm is going to come down to the mat, parallel to the short edge of your mat. Roll on to the inner right foot, outer left foot, right hand lifts. Nice side plank here. Always feeling free to modify. Put one foot and knee down. Now, when you're ready, we're going to do side forearm plank on the right. So just layer your right forearm down right in front of your left and roll to the other side. Left hand lifts. Now, here's the fun part. Left hand comes down to the mat. It's a bit of a lift to make your way to your forearm plank on the left side. Coming back to plank. Let's try it again, this time with the breath. So we're going to inhale, right hand down, left hand lifts. Exhale, left forearm down. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, right forearm down. Inhale, left hand lifts. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, right hand down, plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale, knees to the mat. Slide your hips back to child's pose. I like child's pose with knees together so that the breath is moving into the back of my body. I can really feel it. Hands reaching forward. We're still active here. So hands reaching forward, forearms, wrists up off the mat. Let's float up to table. Cross your ankles. Roll over your feet and make your way to sit in the middle of your mat. We're going to come down onto our backs. You can do this in any way you like. So you can have your feet on the mat and fingertips on the mat, hands forward. Maybe find a boat. Whatever you do, tuck your chin and take your time about finding your way down onto the mat. Once you get here, bring your knees into your chest. And we're going to take a very quick recline twist. So arms out to the sides, cactus, or like a T or a Y. And let your knees fall to the right. Left shoulder blade stays on the mat. You can even bring your gaze to the left. Come back to center. And go the other way. Come on back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. You can take happy baby if you like. You just bring your knees out towards the armpits. Hold on to the thighs or the feet. Knees back in. And you can make your way into a Savasana pose. As always, if there's any final movements you'd like to take, you can go ahead. And Savasana should be anything that you find super comfortable. So it can be lying flat out. Today I've got myself in a reclined butterfly, arms, hands clasped overhead. You can do what you like here. If it's more comfortable for you to lie on your front, your sides, sit up against a wall, whatever feels good. Maybe you want to use a prop, like drape yourself over a bolster or a block. You can go for it. There's no rules about Savasana except that you be comfortable. Let yourself relax. Don't feel any tension sort of seeping out of your body. When you're ready to begin moving again, start with a couple of deep breaths. And start to wiggle and stretch out through your body. Maybe you have a yawn or a sigh or something like that. That you want to release. Knees into the chest. Maybe one last sway or circle with the knees. And when you're ready, you can find your way up to a comfortable seat. Either roll through the fetal position and then get up, or make your way up. The shoulders a couple of rolls again. Nice tall spine. Let's reach fingertips up towards the sky. I've got my peace fingers, prana mudra, attracting energy for this day ahead. And then as I exhale, thumbs to the third eye. And who's forward. That's our final pose for today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. The sun has definitely come up while we've been practicing. If there's anything, I'll be here again next Friday. If there's anything you'd like to see or like to practice with me or any other comments you'd like to make, put them in the comment section. And I'd love to make something especially for you. Have an amazing day and an amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.